This is Barbara with Cana Girl Speaks podcast. My voice, your voice. Good evening, everybody. This is Barbara with the Cana Girl Speaks podcast, and I am once again excited about being on the podcast and recording on this evening. We had the mini Snowmageddon on last week, so we couldn't record on last week. But anyway, I'm excited to be recording on tonight. And so we're going to actually be switching up our topic. I wanted to bring on these two young ladies to talk about the program that they are part of. And I'm excited that they accepted the invitation to be on the podcast. And so without further ado, I'm going to introduce these two young ladies. And I'm going to have them introduce themselves. So why don't we go first with Miss Debbie?
I'm Debbie Richardson. I'm the Culture of Caring Coordinator for Bulldog Life at Navarro College. And so I'm a social worker, basically, is what I do. Bulldog Life is a program for all students. We just really like to wrap our arms around them and try to help them be successful in every area of their life. Obviously, academics is very important, but they're not just students, they're human beings. And so we that's pretty much Bulldog Life.
Yeah.
And that's what I do.
Yes, okay.
My name is Gnynne Nyaboke. I'm from Kenya. I'm student government representative at the cultural committee. I don't know what to say. Okay, yeah. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to talk about what we are going to talk about.
Yeah, so I'm so excited that to have you two ladies on the podcast because like Miss Debbie said, doing something different at Navarro College. With Bulldog Life.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I went to Navarro. I graduated from Navarro, and I really enjoyed it when I was out there. And they kind of somewhat had Bulldog Life out there. We had the sports, football and all that. And we had, at that time, Ebony Club and all that. So Dr. Martin was part of that. And so, I think college is what you make it, And so, like you said, you have so many different students a part of Navarro College. And so I'm part of that committee. And so I'm just kind of like been looking at the email thread, and I'm like, you're actually doing things to involve all different, cultures.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love the fact that you guys are looking at, like this month you're doing Black History Month, and then you did
Hispanic
Heritage Month. And I'm just thinking, this is an awesome program, So how many people are part of the committee?
There's probably 15 or 20 people that are on the committee. But the beauty of it is everybody can't be there every time.
Yeah.
So, and all the people on the committee have jobs that they have to do. So, but it's very much a working committee. We did start out with Hispanic Heritage Month, and it was a great thing. And we really started this because, first I want to say when I got to Navarro College, it hasn't been that long. It's been a little over a year, and my title is Culture of Caring Coordinator. I quickly learned that there's already a culture of caring.
Yeah.
What many people say about Navarro College is the staff and the faculty are very caring for the most part and do care about the students. So it's a pretty easy job as far as coordinating that.
Yeah.
But and then we talked about like all the different cultures, and so this committee was created to do that. So what we do is kind of look at what kind of things that I don't know that a lot. I mean, over the years, I'm sure there have been a lot of different things happen in Black History Month, but the past 2 years, nothing.
Yeah.
It's been COVID and everything. So we're building it up, and we have a wonderful display that is moving around the campus, and we also shared the materials with other campuses so they could put them up there. And I'm really excited to have Gene on our committee because from the very beginning, I've been like, wanting a student on there because after all, it's student focused. It's for the students.
Yes.
So she's been a really good part of it. She's also an officer in the student government. Yes. So we're excited to have her too.
So what's your thoughts about being in Navarro and then the Bulldog Life and then just what you guys are doing?
I love going to school at Navarro. I feel like the group of people, everyone is just so loving and caring if you meet the right people, which most of them are. And for the committee that we were able to do, it's lovely to see that they want a student's opinion, and they do care about what I want. And we talked about this earlier before the podcast. I asked for cake pops, and I got the cake pops that I asked for. So I'm really excited about that my voice is being heard. And they just want to appreciate everybody. Us, the Black community, the Hispanic, the white, everyone is inclusive. It's an inclusive school, and everyone's appreciated, and I like that.
Yeah, and that's what that is like. We can't say, Navarro is a melting pot of students.
Yes, it is.
It's a melting pot. And I think, for Navarro to be in Corsicana, it's like we have a mini, I'm just saying a mini New York. Because, I have all these different, cultures, And so, getting back to the Black history display, when we were talking about the committee and they were talking about, hey, we're going to do this. And so I was looking at the email and they was like, oh, we're going to do something on Martin Luther King. I was like, no, yes, Martin Luther King.
Right.
But I was like, let's do some local people.
Yes.
Because we have a lot of people that have done things, that have made their mark, they left a legacy. I even thought about, and I saw this display, Mr. Borcham. I was like, oh my goodness, I remember him. I remember, they have a dorm named after him.
Yes.
And I remember him being part of the. He was
the first African American trustee.
Yes. And I was just like, oh, I remember Mr. Borcham. And so I was like, when I saw the picture of the display, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And that connects Navarro College with local people in Corsicana. Local people maybe in Waxahachie, who had left a legacy. So, Ms. Debbie, where do you really see this where do you see this committee or this group going? As far as when we talk about reaching out into the community.
Yes, so we want the community involved, and one of the things that we're doing, obviously, we have like 25,000 ideas and about 25 things we can actually do, but we had decided we wanted to do a jubilee or a festival type at the end of the month. And about that time, Nadia Thorpe, who is the awesome choir director, and she said, hey, we're doing this on Saturday. Can we do it together? So the committee decided to do that. And so on Saturday, February 26th, we're having what we call an Inspiring Music Festival. And Miss Nadia is getting the performers together, which we are still looking for performers. It doesn't have to be college students. They can be a church group, or it can be solos from the community. Very informal. So we're going to have that going on. It's going to be sort of a festival atmosphere at Cook Center. We determined early on we wanted to showcase area Black-owned businesses and community members. Yeah. So we have invited several, and we are still inviting people. And anybody that's listening or knows of somebody, we would love to have as many people there, because what we want is for students to see, hey, I can do this too. Yeah. And that's why on the display we decided we do have pictures of Martin Luther King, because God knows he and many, many others had everything to do with where everybody is now.
That's right.
But everybody can't be Martin Luther King.
That's right. That's right.
And so there's a lot of other people. There could be community leaders and businesses. So, and cake pops from Collins Street Bakery as requested. But other we're going to have food. And it's just really going to be an informal time, a festival atmosphere to celebrate the culmination of the month. Yeah. And
so what about you sharing your, where you're from Kenya? Because within the elementary school, grades and even middle school, sometimes they don't know those cultures. So you think you want to go into maybe some of the schools and talk about maybe the Boys and Girls Club to talk about, where you're from? Because I can make it happen.
Oh, wow. I would love to sit and chat about that.
Yeah.
Yes. What was the question?
No, I just said, what do you think about, because we are talking about, cultures and stuff like that. So what about you going into, maybe the schools, Boys and Girls Club, and just talking about, where you're from, sharing your story.
It's living here. It's actually, I get to share my story every day. Every day. Because people meet me. I'm the first Kenyan they've ever met. So it's like, how was it like? Like, tell me about this. Or like, if I say something, sometimes I'm talking to my friends and I just like, oh, I would say this to you, but it's this. And it was like, I want to know. So it's like everyone is really open and like wanting to know about other people, and they're very respectful in the way they go about it. And no one's really shaming you for the way you talk or the way you act or like the things you wear or anything. It's like a few of my friends today actually saw me with my hair down. I had braids before. They never saw my natural hair.
Oh, really?
And the reaction I got was like, wow, you look so beautiful and everything. And it was like, it's people who have never seen you. Like sometimes I've gotten I'm sure it's happened before to many other people. It's like you're walking, like the more as Black women, we change our hair a lot of times.
Yeah, we do.
And then like people get to introduce themselves twice to you, and like in here, I've not experienced that. People still know I'm Gnynne.
Yeah.
They don't see
Once
it.
you know Gnynne, you know Gnynne.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. Which is lovely to see. It's like fresh and it's a new start.
Yeah.
And
So do you have a lot of students from Kenya that go in the barrel?
I only know of one other person, but I know we're really diverse as people from different countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cultural committee that we're at. Something interesting about that is on April we're doing like a food festival. So like we're trying to get people to tell us the foods they like from the different countries they're from.
Oh, wow.
And so we can see which one has the best cuisine, like a voting type of situation. Which I think is really a good step towards something. It's just informing everybody about everything.
That is neat. That is really neat. I know I'm going to come. I'm going to come.
Yeah, there is a large, as most people know, an international group of students on campus from all places, and so they're going to do that. They are going to do that.
Yeah, one thing about Navarro, they have always had that. They've always had a lot of international students at Navarro, and I really do commend them for doing that, just reaching out and you know. So what's your major?
I pre-nursing.
Pre-nursing?
Right now. Yes.
Okay. All right, so Miss Debbie, is anything else you want to tell the audience about, the Bulldog life, and if they want to donate or if they want to help, just give them some information about that.
Okay, so we do have a food pantry on all 4 campuses we call Bulldog Market, and we are always accepting donations for students. Any student, regardless of where they live or who they are or anything, have access to that as they have needs. So that is one thing I wanted to mention. And I just want to say, if anybody's interested in this event or any other things that are going on, call me, Debbie Richardson, 903-875-7738, or email Deborah, DEBORAH, .richardson@navarrocollege.edu.
Okay. All right. So I'm excited about the upcoming. So once again, tell them about, the events so they'll know where it's going to be located at and the time.
Okay. So it's going to be at the Cook Center Saturday, February 26th from 12 to 3.
12 to 3.
And we do want to say Navarro College is playing TVCC basketball at 4 o'clock that day too.
Oh, okay.
There will be an incentive for those who go to our event and then go to the basketball game.
Oh, that's going to be,
because that's a major rivalry.
Yeah, it's like a rival. Yes, it is.
So
yes, it is.
There's a lot going on.
Yes. So is there anything you want to say before we close out?
Be kind to one another.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited about you being here, and I know I look forward to seeing you again because I'm going to pull you in. Hey, come talk to these young people.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I would love that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, thank you, ladies, that was not hard, was it?
It was not.
Thank you so much for just, taking the time out to come on the Cana Girl Speaks podcast.
And thank you.
And
for
I'm
the
excited about what's, the upcoming program. So I'll be there. So anyway, but thank you.
Oh, and by the way, I did forget to say Miss Barbara Kelley is going to be the MC.
Yes.
And so that makes it even more exciting.
Yeah, so y'all come and support them on the 26th, because I know it's going to be a very good turnout, and just come. Anyway, to those that always support the Cana Girl Speaks podcast, thank you so much. Always subscribe and share. That's the new thing. Subscribe and share. So anyway, but thank you for supporting the Cana Girl Speaks podcast. Like I said, and everybody be safe. Have an awesome week. And this is Black History Month, so do something. Come celebrate. There's several other programs going on within the community, but just go and be a part of it. So thank you again. and then have an awesome week. Thank you.
This is a Legacy Recording Studio production.